wants to hear us?
I don't know who wants to hear us. I'm sure somebody sooner or later, other than just watching the starting soon scene screen thing. Hi,
Forever.
everybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah, just,
Yep.
I mean, you never know. There could be some weirdos out there that all they want to see is a starting soon screen, nothing else.
Well, that
Yeah.
might be.
they might want that
Does
along
it,
with a little bit of background music I got playing for them. So you never know.
Okay.
For free?
there's a fetish for anything and everything out there.
Who wants to watch a starting soon screen at 3 a.m.? Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Hey, some
I mean-
people leave their computers on all night long over there. And I get to hear all the weird, or used to hear all the background music and voices and whatever was playing as they jump from page to page to
As
page.
people rated out into each other, yeah.
Yep. That was super
At least I've
weird.
been nice and hitting mute.
Yeah. Finally.
And I don't know if Aisha wants to hear me either, or you just want to hear Aisha and not the rest of us talk.
Yeah, I think he really wants to hear Aisha.
How about I have a wonderful voice?
I mean, I really don't blame Doc on that one.
Okay, so and I never did start your page up.
I feel it's not just my page, it's our page. Come on, the group page. Why I moved away from using the INR and started up the Chaos table. Come on, I just the one stuck with all the controls. But hi,
Yeah,
everybody.
Sort of had it all 5
Okay.
years. It's easier.
Yeah, see, we all barter backwards and forwards and forwards and backwards. Hello, everybody. Okay, so we're trying this after we've had a couple people that couldn't make it the other night, so we're trying it again today. But welcome to the Chaos Table Starfinder edition. We are going to be jumping back in where we left off, with actual still the roleplay introduction. I'll go ahead and introduce myself, and my players can go ahead and introduce themselves. We are down a player at the moment. Hopefully, he will be joining us here shortly. I'm ThyriAisha. This is my first attempt at the DM or GM, so please bear with me. This is definitely not something that I am very versed in. Roleplay, yes. The GM and DM position, no. But I mainly do modeling and art of just about every type, and I will let my players introduce themselves. Go ahead, Einar. We'll go in the list that it is in, since Saint would be the last one and he's not here.
I knew it was a mistake listing that in alphabetical order down there.
See,
there.
I'd be at the end. Theory.
I think I put yours as Aisha. Yeah,
He
it's
did.
Aisha.
Yeah, because everybody knows me as Aisha. I leave off the theory.
But I am Einar. I am a scale model builder and variety game player, MMOs, stuff like that, mecha games. And here I am playing Mack trucks. Which I guess is seeing a little bit more of them than really need to. But anyways, big old dragonkin. I'm on the wrong account to actually show pictures. But he has dreams of being a captain of his own starship one day. And hopefully being on the Epsilon station and encountering this oddball group of cat creatures will hopefully help him along that way. But we'll find out. There's some oddballs going in a bar. Who would have figured out what's going to happen? But all right.
Okay,
Oh.
Alien.
Oh, hi. I go by Allie Nashford. I am playing the little gremlin known as Zavocado, who is a Skittermander. I haven't touched a D&D game since Math 2017? Question mark? So I have no idea what I'm doing, and I think that's going to make this an even more enjoyable experience. But Zavocado, he's a space pirate, bit of a mechanic. Doesn't necessarily have any goals or aspirations, but he will stab someone for a corn chip. And that's all I got.
Okay, Faja.
I am Phasia or Atraxia. I will be playing Irenia, the female Patra. Um, she is a biotechnician, biohacker, geneticist, and a bit of a loner. She likes to be by herself a bit and doesn't like to interact much with people. She's a bit shy. Some of the reasons for that might come out in game, might not, but yes. She was approached by a male Patra and suggested that she go to this bar, which she is currently at, and just checking things out.
Okay. And last for now until Saint shows up. Hide.
My name is Hein. Usually, you can find me building Gundam plastic models, the occasional video game on other streams. Today I am playing Jonor Titsi Nunko Zarov Sazam of Clan Volo, or better known as John. Trying something new, because normally when I play tabletop RPGs, I pretty much just funnel myself into the combat only style of characters. So I figured, why not play a merchant?
Okay. We're all trying different roles here because usually I'm the one that's hiding in the background. Okay, so our group, as it is, has found their way to a bar. The Moonraker, Moonrunners Lounge,
Yes.
Moonrunners Lounge. One of the more popular establishments here on Absalom Station, and they have had some weird um, clues along the way and introductions to come here, um, either by direct invitation or indirect invitation. And of course, Johnner doesn't have an invitation because this is his bar. But the individual who has given out the invitations had already approached him and let him know that this kind of meetup would be going on. So he was kind of on the know, as it is, that this is going on. But that's pretty much where we had left off, that the group had made it to this meeting point, but they're not quite knowing who they're meeting at this point. They're still kind of up in the air. We have, let me click back to the game, sorry. We have our group off to the left screen here. They're scattered about the bar. And then they have been introduced to the following characters. They have been, and of course, I'd forget my own character's name, right? that is going to make occasional stops. Um,
The question is, will her name stay consistent pronunciation-wise?
no. Because I always come up with hard to pronounce ones just for you guys. Wait until you meet the whole crew. Where did I move her to? I think that's one of the problems. Where did I move her to?
Oh no, they went out the airlock.
Yeah.
She got deleted.
Yep. There you go. That's probably what I did to her. I deleted her. Okay, there we are. You have met. He'd enjoy it too much.
I
You've
had
met.
myself muted during that too. Dang it.
There's Leary that you have met. She's talking to this very strange looking cat, furless as it is. We have this gentleman. He's over by the bar, keeping watch as it is. Sitting with her is this very long haired, graceful, well dressed gentleman. And then you have this crazy kitten that will render any space chaos if allowed, sitting on the table. If I remember positioning last, believe. Get these. Come on. Okay, that looks better. I believe Irina was sitting close to our table and kind of listening in.
Yeah, I thought I was playing
Mac,
with the tiny kitty.
yes,
Mac was at the bar,
bar.
just kind of sitting so that he was watching, listening out of the side of it, and kind of side eyeing them
Mm-hmm.
because they stand out.
Oh, we're a ragtag group. Yeah, we do stand out, don't we? Veyroon had just entered the bar. And Johnner was tending bar, of course, what he does best. And Zavocado, where are you in this bar?
Mm, probably under a table looking for food.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense. I didn't know if you'd come out of Mac's pocket or if you were. Okay.
Yeah, because right now the little bit of side story is the fact that Mac just kind of keeps around in a pocket.
Yeah.
Little pocket gremlin.
Yeah, because
They're
that's
an
what happened with the
interesting
last
duo.
Skittermander. Was he joined the crew, but he wasn't like a willing part of the crew.
At first.
Yeah, at first. Stockholm's.
Okay. So, with their vague introductions or invitations, we shall take it from there. You see this group over here in discussions, and you see our one cat over here at the bar. As he's keeping watch, he's in the very, very far corner, so he can keep the eye on both doors and on the initiates as they had come in. And what we're going to have happen is You see a couple more cats start filtering into the bar. Not the typical station fare that would not stand out. Um, these cats, you pretty much guess, which table are they going to go sit at? The first one looks very much like a cat, other than the fact that it is robotic. And she just strolls her way in, takes that typical cat grace look around, sits there for a moment, and she just picks herself up and she just strolls through the tables and walks her way over to sit in this back corner. And the next cat that seems to come in is a very astute looking younger cat, in armor, light armor, but you can still tell it's armor. And he doesn't even bother to stop at the door and look around. He automatically knows where he's heading, and he walks on over to the table and stands off to the back corner of the table. How's my group at this moment?
Max is kind of watching. I mean, that current is not his business is interesting.
Savocado's probably just keeping an eye out, seeing if anyone drops any shinies that he can scoop up off the ground without them noticing.
Yeah. Oh, be sure to be checking in game chat too,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, I saw
And
that pop up.
as I was saying, Armenia would pass some of her food down to the browsing Skittermander.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, well, I'm probably tending the bar.
At this point, you would see Leary raise her hand very elegantly and call Johnner over to the table.
Okay. I'll head over there.
And as Johnner approaches, Leary holds her hand up towards her subjects. So that the discreet conversation comes to a halt. And seeing Johnner arrive, she makes a request of him to pass along the invitation to each of the people that she has invited here to join her, along with a complimentary beverage of their choice. And tells him that it all goes on her tab.
Right away, man.
And she bows her head and lets him go about his business. She notes the skittermander moving around beneath her, and she looks up at the crazy cat on the table, nods off to the side, and the kitten goes darting under the table to the skittermander with a couple treats tucked into its pockets.
Oh my goodness, the treats. Savocado would probably be overjoyed by this. Probably using all 6 arms to pet the cat and sneak the treats.
As I'm passing out invitation, what are y'all drink orders?
Surprise me, barkeep, but something fruity.
Something fruity? One
Yeah,
Shirley Temple coming up.
I was thinking that's not going to narrow down the menu any.
I assume Mac is going to want more of that, what did I call it the first game?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember.
The,
Max will
Dragon
be,
Slice line.
yeah, Max can be like, just hit me again with this.
Another full barrel?
Sure. If someone else is paying, yeah. I guess I better make my way over there and see what they want.
Yeah, it's literally just picking up a barrel, taking off one of those magnetized handles, just popping the top off. There you go.
Thank you.
Got to get a crowbar,
Yeah,
With
Mac
what?
offers to help open it up too. Mac takes his drink and makes his way over to the table.
And what does Avocado want as their drink of choice?
Being the Chaos Gremlin, Zavocado would request your finest carbonated water.
Oh, we ran out of liquid death last week.
Zavocado would then point to the most expensive bottle of whiskey on the shelf.
I mean, I can put some sour Skittles and some vodka. Would that be okay?
He would nod, not knowing what any of those things are, but it sounds good.
Sour Skittles and vodka it is.
All right.
that sounds good.
Yeah, now you got Frank thinking.
It is not.
It's not anything with a hard candy shell does not instill well unless you can separate that candy shell.
Yeah, you got to masticate it a little bit
Yeah.
for it to work, but we have tried these
I'll
things.
take one of them with a hammer, collect all the parts, shake the ever living hell out of it.
get past that waxy shell first.
Yeah.
But I
We
think a
tried it.
Skittermander would love, a crunchy drink.
So instead, get those gummy Skittles. I don't know if there are any, but
Well,
Well, I would understand Irina's need for space and leave her sitting at the adjoining table.
she would have went over. Sorry.
Weren't you sitting at the adjoining table to
Yeah, it's pretty close. Yeah.
Theory? I was going to leave you there because of your,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, allowing her the space she needs, leaving her at the adjoining table, but addressing the group together. Welcome, welcome. My name is Lady Leary. I believe you have all received my invites.
I think so. If that's what this is. Because it was a physical item.
Hmm.
Okay. As he holds it up.
Everything had an L on it of some kind.
And Mac also holds up his drink. Also appreciate the beverage as he kind of nods his head.
And she returns the nod. You're most welcome.
India would just nod her head or in that direction as he continues listening.
Avocado would hop up on top of the table, cat on their head, and just start chugging the drink and nodding.
I would take a moment for everybody to get comfortable, and then I would formally introduce myself. Introducing myself as Lady Leary. Um, I am an attaché to um, one of the great houses of Adari, located here on Absalon Station. And I have a request of all of you, should you be interested. I have a benefactor who would very much like to take you into his employ. If you would happen to be looking for work. And she looks around at each of you.
India's ears would perk up and she would start to appear more interested. Still trying to play with the kitty whenever it gets close enough.
Zavocado would would meet their gaze, give an immediate thumbs up without hesitation.
And if the skin Amanda is on top of the table that India's sitting at, she'd probably scratch his belly or something.
the little bear trap.
Luckily, the Skittermander is old enough that the belly mouth is gone. Skittermanders are such interesting species. I can learn how to speak. I'm sure of it. Yeah, Mac will be like, I'm interested. What kind of work are we looking at here?
Well, your benefactor requests to remain anonymous, but they would be most happy if you would be in their employ to find certain objects that they would want. These objects could range from data and information to ancient relics to I don't know what. But they are willing to fully fund the expeditions that would be required of you.
Mac kind of raises the brow ridge. This seems kind of a little too good to be true, but I really don't care who they are if they're paying. So pretty much just go find items and bring them back or drop them off someplace, or how is so and so supposed to be getting whatever we find? We just hand them to you guys?
Well, since there are sensitive ears about, I would suggest we take the fine discussion of this to a more private discussion. And she pulls out a very high-end scrambler that would put the conversation at the table literally unable to be detected by anybody not within a very short range of the table itself, and activates it. So Irina would be in the distance, so she'd still be able to hear.
Okay.
I mean, we could have just gone to one of the private booths. They all do that.
Well, we shouldn't be here too long, I imagine. Not worth moving to another table.
And when you got a moment, there's a DM question for you in Discord.
I'm looking. Discord, it didn't even pipe up.
Oh, and I even took the time to
Dang.
yeah.
It didn't light up. I don't see why not.
Okay, it was just a random thought I had
Yep.
just now.
Yeah. I mean, if it works one way, I don't see why it couldn't work the other. I will entertain a few questions, but if it is your decision to be higher by my employer, then I would like to take this conversation to another location.
Why does your employer seek what he seeks?
Like any businessman or woman, they are always wishing to obtain more. And by more, items are power, be it the knowledge of what could lie in files or the value of lost objects or rare finds. What one has that others don't is well appreciated. Be it a cure for a disease or development of a new weapon. There's so many things out there that one might covet that another might have. As she looks around to all of you.
Zavocado likes treasure. Zavocado's own.
And she nods to Zavocado.
We shall see for now, but we will reserve the right to back out at a later date if things do not seem right to us.
That is more than fair. And she looks to the dragonkin.
Yeah, I'm in.
She looks to Jonar.
Any place I can make profit.
Oh, you would definitely be making profit. And we would be using Absalon Station as a base of operation.
Well,
As
as you
as
know what
long
they
as we're
say.
able, or at least to filter in and out of, if we're not able to do so directly. Meaning you would benefit from either way.
Well, you know what they say. Laws of Commerce number 22. A wise man can hear profit in the wind.
Okay, then. I would like to take this discussion somewhere else, allowing you to see what your benefactor has to offer, which might encourage you even further.
There should be a private booth available.
I was actually thinking of a different location. Just give me a moment to. How loud can you hear the snoring beside me?
That's not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like eyebrows was earlier over my microphone.
Yeah, considering he was on the floor.
Yeah, he was a distance away and you was able to hear him.
I am looking for. I'd like to get the.
And I'm going to concur with things that the voice for his avocado. Nice.
I'll just have to make it up on the fly because I lost track of what. Unless. See my notes. I suggest everyone meet me in Corridor 21, Docking Bay 27. Shall we say in about 30 minutes?
Okay.
Would that be enough time for you to gather your items?
It should be.
Avocado.
Docking Bay 94 is where the vests currently are.
Oh, I got it up here. 265.
I mean, all my items are pretty much with me. I just arrived on station, so I can. If I finish this drink, I'm ready to go. Other than putting his avocado back in my pocket.
Very well then.
He and I could, or just kind of like we work well together.
Zavocado would nod and run back over to Mac with his liquor in hand.
And Leary would chuckle.
The Dasani plastic bottle filled with vodka and sour skin.
It's like a bad college party drink.
Indeed.
One of the best mechanics around, though.
Okay, so with that, we will make our way over to okay, I picked the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so and don't even ask me if this is going to work right,
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Is
because I
this
am
gonna
not.
work right?
Nothing's going to work right. I know it's not.
Okay, is it going to work right?
Um, let me give you guys. Da-da-da. I lost Zach.
I don't know how. Like the
You do
biggest
have
one
to take a
around.
quick break.
That's impressive.
Yeah, no.
How
Pocket
I got a
dimension.
hold of him, I don't know. Okay, so
Okay, so whenever you're done setting up the scene,
yeah, I got Mac, Chauner, Zach, and okay. And Irina, you're gonna have to flip your token as you need it.
okay, well, need to activate the scene first, so we're there. So you go up to the navigation up top,
Okay.
right click, whichever one that we're on,
Right click.
and
Activate.
activate. Yep, and that's how you swap them for everybody.
Okay.
It's the one that I couldn't get the lighting to work right.
Yeah, this is one I don't know if I've got it even working correctly, so we'll see.
I can see stuff that I probably shouldn't be able to.
Probably.
Yeah, because it looks like the entire map is just split up in scenes. So honestly, that's probably the best way it's going to be because
Yeah.
I tried doing the lighting sources and it would not work right.
Yeah, and honestly, all you're going to do is make your way down to the view portal. Anyways, as a group, I'm going to allow you guys to have your little discussion in a group.
Yeah, Matt kind of takes a look around. Sees, guess we go along this way.
At this point, I think Savocado's just kind of perched on his shoulder. Token's so small.
Yeah, you can also use WSAD after you have your token selected to move.
Oh my gosh. The future is incredible.
Yes.
That's actually is pretty cool.
Savocado says computers. Savocado wants shines.
Is this where we're supposed to be going?
Yeah, we've been finding out even more fun things to do with Foundry, so
Yeah.
Oh, you can even do diagonals.
And at this point, the cat that had been staring at you guys from the corner would speak up and answer, "You have found where you are to be," in kind of a very deep voice. And no, I don't do voices.
Any give voice mod for you?
Yeah.
Try it out.
I can do inflection.
Okay, we're here.
And he'd peer over his shoulder. Now this is where I want to pick out something from to show you pictures. So how do I do that?
For pictures. Like for which one?
To just show you an image? Is that possible?
I'm missing some icons since I'm on my player account, but is it something that already has an actor to it?
I can. Her normal pictures, yes, but not this one. I mean, I could show you what she looked like in the bar and then switch it and show you what she looks like here in this scene. Would that work?
That could be one way of doing it for now. Otherwise, it's like
Okay.
adding journal entries and trying to add a picture to that.
Yeah.
There is a way, I just mind blanking on it at the moment.
Second to.
Because this is where you would grab journal entries or fake items for pictures.
Right into. You're gonna have to show me what you mean by that and all. Okay, so I've got the image I want as her bio picture,
Okay.
as the older picture of what you would have seen her in the bar.
Okay.
So how do I pull that up? It's basically the same thing I'm using as a icon. It's that image.
If you pull up your work itself, there should be a show to players option in the upper right corner.
Get on to attributes, that might help you. Get off.
No, that's the
Okay.
actual character sheet. Yeah, because it's only doing it here. And that's where they show the players.
Okay. Okay. So there's what Lady Leary looked like when she was talking to you at the bar. And the voice from the corner that is going to address you next
Oh no, she's a shifting vampire.
oh, I found it.
Or worse yet, Elias from Del Labo 4.
Is going to look more like that.
Waiting for things to hit the show to players.
Little personality shift.
Okay. Not as bad as I was going to think it was going to be.
And she will say, I see everyone has arrived.
Yeah. Money's involved. Work.
Yes.
Not going to say honest yet or not, so until we know more, but work.
Well, let's very quickly get that bit of introduction over with then, shall we? As she quickly switches the display so it can be seen, and your starship comes into view. I believe that will make a leg of your journey much easier.
It's better than swimming, yeah. Mac nods.
It should be to your liking. And down below, in the variety of crates littering the floor and the alcoves, you should find enough armor, weaponry, and accessories to your liking for your first mission.
So you already have our first mission lined up.
That we do.
Anything we get to know about this first mission?
Yes. Your first mission is to the planet Akaton. Despite its ideal location to Absalon Station and its favorable location to the planet, our sun, it is a dying world, which many of you have heard of before. It has lost much of its atmosphere and liquid water that it once had due to a slowly the core of the planet slowing Despite the global decline, it remains hospitable to human life, humanoid life. Surprisingly, this dying husk of a planet was once the center of the solar system's mining, business, and economy. It was also instrumental in the creation of the sublight interplanetary space travel before the drift. Just like the slow death of its world, history saw the death of the giant with no government now. Business has left to unscrupulous criminal organizations and gangs. Mining has helped to destroy the physical world, causing deep chasms to open up and rip the world apart. So it will be hazardous goings.
Okay.
Your benefactor wishes you to travel to this world in search of a certain tower that once held the center of a corporation, which you will find on this data chip. She holds it in her hand. You are to retrieve any and all information held in these files pertaining to what's on this data chip, and that is to be turned into your benefactor through me. Everything else you find, anything else you find, is yours to keep, to sell, to trade as you see fit. All they want is what they request here, as she shows that data chip. Does that sound fair?
Seems simple enough so far. Mac looks at the others.
Yeah, sounds like an easy job.
I would
Nod.
not say easy.
Seems pretty straightforward, though.
Find this, find that stuff, bring that stuff back. Anything else is ours.
Exactly.
That sounds simple enough so far.
Does
Okay.
Avocado get to stab?
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be people to stab.
Oh, there will be creatures and people. I'm sure.
We're going to Akaton.
It's a very ruthless planet.
It's gonna be Beans asking for it too. He might be able to stab him and bite him.
Avocado has no further questions.
Then please follow me to the lower deck. And if I do
We're getting
so,
animated.
I'm just transferring you to the lower deck where you get to meet some more crew members. So I'll just place your tokens where you can move them from. Big guy here. Goodness,
Well,
takes up all the room.
might need to enable.
Yeah, tell me what I need to fix, please. That way I'm
Yeah.
learning.
Illumination for the map. Camera can see it all, but I've got limited
Okay,
sight
can
around
see
it.
it.
configure what?
Like if you click on,
Do-do.
yeah, click on Mac, and you'll see.
Okay,
So that is one.
which is what I was doing for the dynamic lighting as I was learning for it. Okay, so configure, this is scenic, so
Go to lighting
lighting,
and just uncheck that one
yeah,
and save.
okay. Because then I'll have to go through and do the other ones that I want done.
Yeah, especially since this is not a battle map, this is a scenic
Mhm.
view.
Yeah, the battle maps, I'll have to do that too. To
Yeah.
remind myself to go do that before I land you. Basically, we take a lift down to where you see your ship, and docking bay is strewn about with all sorts of alcoves filled with crates of all kinds, all shapes, all sizes, that has all the armor, weapons, paraphernalia that you should need for your trip to Akaton and back. I tried to get a ship that looked remotely like yours.
Close enough. I mean,
Close enough.
without getting
Yeah.
something commissioned for it, yeah. Okay.
And you'll see a bunch of cats roaming around, checking out the ship for pre-flight. Anything from actual panthers to cybernetic looking cats.
This is a very interesting crew. God dang it. I just messed that up.
Yeah, anytime somebody types in, it zooms in.
No, I just dropped my pistol.
Who's my ghost over there?
My pistol.
Oh,
Well, pistol.
Yep. It's now a container that's in the items tab. But I can't still have access to it. So,
okay. So the items tab. Items. Basic mods
um,
is what mine says.
I'll have to take a peek.
Yeah, mine came up as when I went basic mods.
That's when we're still in. All right, so
Yeah,
Click
just
on it.
watch that hand.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it's a container. So delete it. Yes. select that and hit the.
Should be able to do that and then hit delete key.
I might have to mess with that on my GM account. We're not gonna be able to see it for long.
I don't know.
Ignore
Usually
the
that's-
face in the
usually
corner.
Usually that's what I do.
Yeah, it's turned into an item container.
There it goes.
Yeah. I just
had to delete the item twice.
Yeah. I'll get another one up
Okay.
the.
Chili.
Because I was getting Max HUD updated and I tried to drag it off there and it went onto the map and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, okay. I thought it coincided with him saying something and the whole map shifting.
No.
Well, for this leg of the journey, let me introduce you to your pilot and co-pilot as she stands between two members of the crew. She motions to the female of the two. I guess it'd be nice to have myself in this group. Yeah, as good as it's gonna get for me between them. She motions to her right. This is Aspect, your pilot. And this is Awe, your co-pilot.
Okay.
And her forever tag along is not far behind. You see these two crazies up on the ship above who are doing last minute repairs. Pretty much everybody else is already aboard ship. You're more than welcome to make yourself comfortable. There is more than enough room for the crew as well as yourselves. They will be ferrying your way to Akaton and allowing yourself time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Most are friendly enough. Only a few are, how should we say, have their quirks about them. And she turns and she makes her way up the ramp. And wrong one. And so does the gentleman kitty that follows her everywhere. Again, leaving the group to their private chatter as they filter through the items and get everything ready and set to go.
Yeah. Mac just looks at the rest of the ones that came with them, and I guess sorts through the equipment, finding things that work out for him. Basically, finding some heavy armor because, well, he's the meat wall, not so much a meat shield, but the whole wall. Found himself a dragon glaive. And a nice little pistol to go sidearm, and helps anybody else out that might need anything. And afterwards, when everybody's ready, I guess be loading up.
Avocado would pretty much springboard off of Mac's shoulder into a weapons crate and start digging around. Pop back up.
Rainier.
I can see that being like a kid's ball house.
Exactly.
Yeah, that reminded me, I wanted to check something out before too far, especially with Zavocado.
Yeah, always gonna continue his walk around, doing his prior checks before takeoff.
Rainier would be looking through the stuff and finding some specialized stuff for like light injection and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Light armor and looking through the medical supplies, looking at serums and stuff, picking up a few.
You'll see this cyborg kitty approach you, Mac,
Mm-hmm.
and sorry, rearranging a paw over here. I would suggest, sir, noting your size as she stands, what, 1/3 or quarter of your size? How big are you?
Well, he never really stands full height, but
At his at his normal that he goes around walking at, or whatever,
between 16 and 20.
16.
Yeah,
Yeah. So she's about a third to a fourth. So I was right. She stands a third to a fourth of your height. You may wish to take the docking ramp at the rear of the ship to enter, noting your size up and down again. I don't think you'll quite fit up the side loading ramp.
I appreciate it. You'd be surprised. I've spent so far most of my life on ships.
She nods and makes her way over to the side ramp and up the way Lady Leary and Edosos went.
While all that's going on, John's checking out the food supplies, making sure we have good food, not just rations,
No, never.
as well as alcohol.
Keeps Avocado fueled up on Skittles and vodka.
So you do have a purpose on this thing. You can be the cook.
I mean,
Keep
cooking's easy when you got a replicator.
Yeah. You can keep everybody, sourced in food. Worry about their nutrition and everything.
I'm going to keep Avocado busy for a while. I just asked them if they ever typed in grenade into the browser equipment window.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, bring up browse equipment, just type in grenade and hit enter.
Let me take a look here.
You might want to sort by level.
Yeah, because otherwise you get totally lost. No, you don't. No.
Well,
No.
there are. Oh, holy shit! There are a lot of grenades.
Oh my gosh. I don't even
Yes.
know what some of these words mean.
Yes, it's more fun than riffs.
Fastball.
You stay over there, Quirky Tail. Don't snort at me. And
Necrotic?
you necrosis is basically death of tissue.
Oh my gosh.
You notice these two cats that are on the top of the ship get into a kind of a hissing spat with each other.
There's an asphalt grenade. I kind of want it.
Kind of reminds you of Han and Chewie with the pre-Hoth flight, where no, this goes there, that goes there, kind of argument. And I'll go ahead and introduce you to your crew. There is your ship's doctor. That is well known as Doc, but that's Woshin. See, now I get to make a mess of all the names.
Yeah. Okay, you invented them.
There's the stern-looking kitty that follows Lady Leary around. That's a Dosos.
You still gotta show the players.
That is her personal guard. And yes, he always has that scowl on his face.
Yeah, we joined a crew of cat burglars.
Yeah.
This little creature only comes out on occasion. He's actually a drone. That's Ano. There's Aspect.
I swear I'm not going to remember a single one of these names.
Don't worry about
Nope.
him. I'm just letting everybody get introduced. She is the pilot. And she's, as you can see, very cybernetic. The cyborg cat. You have a difference between the crew in terms of ones that are Panthras and the ones that are cyborgs or androids. And this is your co-pilot, Awe.
Would it be okay if I pick up some hollow grenades?
See, why not? I mean, for a little bit of protection.
I mean, they're cheap and they fit your character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you'll see what they do once I figure it out.
Oh, I'm reading them.
You've got the little Pathtra Chaos Cat. Here's Figment. Isn't she pretty?
Are the hollow grenades something you want me to keep track of? And how many would you say I can find?
They're a hybrid magic item. They're not super rare. They're fairly common.
I was about to say, would you say half dozen or dozen?
I mean, they're like the level one. The level ones are like 50
Level
credits
one.
each.
Don't worry about
They're like, yeah, they're
don't worry about keeping track of them then.
Okay.
But yeah, there's the little chaos demon herself. Um, there's Lady Ishin. She's a companion cat. Lady Leary. You've got Matter version 3. Who is a soldier, Pathra. You have this old ancient devil. I was trying my best to describe him. Basically, the Sphinx.
okay.
He's a wise one. Your two mechanics. One's mechanic and one is the engineer. There's script 3.
I'm gonna say that old guy looks like he should be teaching kung fu or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Beerus, but I don't know how many people watch Dragon Ball Super.
Okay, now that you say that, yeah, I can see that.
There is Switch. That is the engineer.
Goggles.
Yep. And then there is Storm. I had fun picking all these cats out.
Can tell.
Uh-huh. And he has a drone that accompanies him on occasion. Surveillance drone. Does the name show up for you guys?
No,
No.
Nah.
we don't have permissions to.
Darn. It's all in dots. INDSKI. Let me type it out. See who gets it.
I just got a pop up for a gale warning on our area.
Oh, lovely.
It begins.
See if anybody figures out the name.
I will have to think on it when my brain works.
No, not allowed to.
Too bad.
The only thing that's popping up is it's possibly the first letter of each of the crew's initials.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. So, how's everybody doing at this point? Do we need to take a small break to refill drinks, human breaks, before we get into the next scene? Because I'll be on Akaton, and that's where we'll actually start seeing some battle and everything.
We want to take a 10-minute?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
not a
could do that.
bad idea.
I mean, we've been at it for an hour 45, so a 10-minute BRB.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right. We shall return shortly.
Crazy as I'll ever be.
And here we are. We're back. Thank you all for your patience.
Okay, so I did not want to make any changes while we were BRB. So our fun bunch of characters here were left
In limbo.
to finish collecting their gear. Has everybody done so?
Max,
have.
yeah, Max good.
I know some of you
Yes.
were
I think I'm happy with my
making some last minute additions.
Yeah. Avocado, did you want any of those sticky grenades?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some of those.
Okay, I'll let
Is
you.
this where I would have gotten my drone, or is?
Yeah, you would have picked up
Okay.
your drone because there would have been a variety to pick from, and you would have
Wicked.
decided upon which suited your needs, wants, and desires at this time. That's the fun part of Starfinder is you're not just stuck with a base drone. You have multiple uses to pick from.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think I'm good on my end now.
I should not be surprised what came up on the search on that. The Infernian pistols don't have an icon to it, so I was doing a quick search and I typed in Inferno pistol, and of course 40k stuff pops up.
Oh, right. We didn't slap that on yet.
It's just got a ghost icon, which means it has no icon to it. I was just looking for artwork to go along.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I've noticed in the Foundry that they didn't bother putting images to.
Yeah.
Luckily, they do have a lot of images in Nethys, so we can compare and get the right object and not just have to pick something.
Yeah.
Although the drones, I do that for just for fun.
Yeah, it's nice to have your own image
Okay.
for a drone because it's your mechanic's own thing, so make it personal.
Yeah.
Like the Battle Cat I rode into even though it was a
Wolf.
wolf,
From Zoid.
and it was, yeah, I took a Zoid, the wolf Zoid, and put a cannon on top of it, and
A
just
big
happened to have,
railgun.
yeah, railgun, and I just happened to put the ability to, because it had an extra carriage mount or something, so I could also ride it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun creature.
I love how
That's
scuffed my drone is. It's so fitting.
that's why the one kitty drone, and then the other one's just a hover drone. Okay, so you guys would have loaded onto your ship, gotten your clearance to leave the station. You would have hit the nearest drift, and you would have been on to um, that's to
On our way to Akaton.
yes, and
How long will a voyage?
pretty much everything takes hours to at best a day or a couple of days. It doesn't take that much to get anywhere.
I mean, we're within the same system, going from
Yeah.
Absalon Station. So probably not too long in this
So
case, but yeah.
no,
And it's always quicker to go to Absalon Station than it is to leave Absalon Station
Yes.
yes,
because of the special stone.
yeah, that's in the base of the station.
As I can't remember what it's called anymore.
It's a starstone.
Yeah, the Starstone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically what you have is don't.
Oh, we got deliveries sometime today from Amazon.
So basically what you have is a planet that looks much like our Mars, and you have the ice caps. And everything in between is a ball of rust and dust. Nothing more. You have these great rifts have opened up um, due to the seismic tremors and things that have gone on that is tearing the world apart. This is where literally cities and buildings have sunk into these craters and rifts, collapsing down into those. It is very much your apocalyptic looking war zone. Um, those people still live here. Um, they just make do. More non-human humanoid creatures than human humanoid. But this was something that happened because of choices that were made, and their um, oxygen started to depreciate. They didn't maintain things on the planet well enough, and because all of their wealth and um, business and everything was lost to other worlds, why bother? Became the attitude. And also why you have the planet core slowing and slowing, that's going to heat the planet. There again, it's dying off. So we are going to be landing you guys much along this great chasm that is along the mid-shift or equator of the planet. We're going to say maybe right about here. If you can see where I'm pinging.
Outside Kaviri Plain.
Kaviri Plains.
Okay. I'm having some interesting issues with
What's your issues?
Foundry.
Okay.
Yeah, I just tried refreshing it.
I'm playing with boxes. Yeah.
Sorry, it's nothing for now because I was just trying to upload an image for the pistol, and it's funky. It's something to figure out later.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to land the ship right about there. But this will be your landing screen as long as you're on the planet instead of the pack world.
Can't drag that.
Drag what?
Stop with me. Oh, I was trying to drag token. Yeah, no tokens at all. Dang.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Because I think we decided we were going to.
Yeah, I was going to drag the narrative out there.
How about that?
Oh yeah, that still needs updated.
Yeah, that one didn't get.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find a top down.
Yeah, well, I couldn't find the top down either.
It'll do for now.
Yeah, we'll fix it because that's the wrong ship.
It works for now. That's the narrative.
But that's where you're going to be located on the map. Hopefully I can find maps just like this of the other main worlds you'll be on at least. Because that would be nice.
Okay.
Oh,
this came from the Starfinder book, so
yeah. So it will depend. As long as I stay
Right.
to the main planets.
If not, just find some just search, just Google search sci-fi planets and find something that fits.
Okay, so
Or get real fancy and start using Dungeon Alchemist.
Yeah, which I did gift to Aisha. I got refunded and I had to buy it again and re-gift it because you never accepted it. Apparently, Steam has a time limit on gifts.
I did not know that.
It's like 48 hours.
Yeah.
ugh, then I gotta make sure I do
Longer
it
than
then.
48 hours, but still.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I know it's longer than that because I've gifted something to someone that it took them like at least a week before
Yeah.
to accept it.
Like 30 days or something like that.
Okay, then I'll make sure I do that.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed that didn't go to my inventory. It just refunded me the price of it. And made me buy it again, which was unfortunate because I bought it on sale. And when I rebought it, it was not on sale.
Did
Okay.
you contact customer support? Because sometimes, not every time, but sometimes they will give you the sale price. That's happened to me one time.
Yeah, I tried. They said, oh, you bet.
That's so well.
Okay, so we're on a dust ball.
Yep, you're on a dust ball. So this one I will be nice and give you your tokens.
So that means we're going to be fighting somebody. Maybe.
See. Zach Mal. You need the mosquito drone?
I thought I had that for the center.
What?
Oh, I thought I had, it seems to be working. All right, never mind.
Let me know if nothing's right in the setup or if you don't have your correct.
No, it was, the token's fine. I'm
Okay.
gonna resize the mosquito token. Because it's a tiny drone, or, yeah, the tiny drone.
He's tiny enough. I don't think you need to make the drone smaller than.
I was half expecting not avocado, yeah. It's avocado. I'm waiting for the new YouTube channel to pop up. I was honestly expecting you to have a medium drone so you can ride it in the battle. Instead, you got a little hover drone that spits fire.
Okay, so basically what happens is they land the ship and everybody's handed out communicators so that you can talk amongst your group as you travel, but also so you can relay to the ship um, so that we can come pick you up or we can resupply you as needed um, along the way, should we not be able to land directly where you are.
Okay, appreciate that.
In case we have to do a cargo drop or something of necessities. Realizing that if you get into these caverns and ravines, the ships may or may not fit into them.
And for those new to Foundry, I'm going to select Mac on camera. Maybe. If it lets me.
What do you need to do?
Oh no, I deselected the HUD, that's why. I was going to show the HUD for the avocado. Maybe. No, it's on. Okay, I am having some weird issues.
Well, I know there's been an update, and I did not restart that
Does
computer
the
or this computer because we know not to do that right before a stream.
Yeah, that wouldn't affect what I'm going on there because I was working there earlier, so it's something on my end.
Okay.
Okay,
does the
so
camera actually have ownership of Zach?
yeah, camera should have ownership of all the tokens. Just to double check. Yeah, camera's got
Well, that's because
ownership.
it can view them doesn't mean it has ownership. Because it can't change the prototype tokens, which it should be able to do if it did.
Okay, yeah, I'm not. I selected it earlier and the HUD popped up before. Now it's not.
What
It
are you
might
trying to
be a
do?
browser issue. I was going to show the HUD. Instead, I'm just going to take a screenshot to show his avocado. So we have a mod installed that's a combat HUD. So if you haven't noticed already, Alian, when you select your token, in the bottom right, it shows your character and some actions. Or bottom left. I swear I can tell left and right. Like, I'm going to post a picture of it in Discord.
Assuming you have the combat HUD turned on, because you can also turn it off. In which case, you'll see the
That
hot
might be the
bar and
case.
well,
you
he
turn
wasn't
yours?
getting the option to turn it on
No,
or
I'm
off.
thinking Einar, did he turn his off for
That's what I'm
some
saying.
reason?
I mean, he didn't have the option to turn it on. I was watching it on the stream.
But the right above the profile picture, you see what looks like a quick slot bar. You can put your equipment there, your weapons. And quick swap between them. Like, I just selected the first one, which is my Dragon Glaive. So that just put the Dragon Glaive in for my attacks and whatnot.
Just like we also put a turn tracker on that helps keep, it alerts you of whose turn it is and when your turn is next.
Yeah,
too.
nice little thematic pop-up.
Yes.
I know. Real quick, on the camera, actually go up to the upper left and turn the HUD on up there if you can. Up on the token control, character controls.
Yeah, I just did.
Yeah,
It's popping up now.
Yeah, for camera. But so we'll just have to do it for camera.
Sorry about that. Got pulled away for a minute.
Oh, okay. I was trying to explain things to you. All good.
talking to the crickets.
Okay, so what I was talking about is, if you haven't noticed before, when you select your token, in the bottom left, like your character will pop up plus some other things. Like if you look at stream now, that's called the combat HUD.
Oh, I actually don't have that.
Okay.
You probably need to turn it on just in the upper left corner, across the swords.
Yeah, you can turn it on by the cross swords up in the upper left.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So also, these little boxes up here above the profile picture, you can drag your weapons there and quick swap between them.
Oh yeah, I see them.
And later, when you're like having one on each hand and able to use both at the same time, you can actually do left and right.
Oh, neat.
Which will really come into play with the people with multiple grenades and multiple weapons and all that kind of fun.
Yeah. You can also, from the combat HUD, the D20 roll initiative, open character sheet, flat out minimize it, and roll your attributes, skills, and saves. By the attributes, saves, and skills.
See, I'm not seeing mine, so I probably need to.
Hmm. I see a bunch of actions, but I don't see any of the
There we go.
rolling ones.
Okay, the rolling ones, you gotta, right above your profile picture, you see attributes, saves, and skills.
Mhm.
You click on that, and it brings a pop-up.
Yeah, because I've never done a roll for initiative for like for the scene.
Okay,
Like,
for you as a DM, when we actually get to that point, I will show you a quick way of doing that.
okay, thank you, because that's something I have not.
That's done from the combat tracker.
Yeah. Yeah, the combat tracker is going to be the quickest way of doing that. Because you're going to click and drag all the tokens and select them all. And just do a mass roll initiative.
Okay, so should I have the combat tracker popped outward?
When you're ready for it.
Okay.
But yes. Okay. I'm going to turn the HUD back off for camera. But yeah. So that's one of the neater features that we have for Foundry.
Yeah, looks like it because I see all the stats, and I guess I click on one for it to roll.
And it
Okay.
also has your current stamina points, your hit points, your ACs.
Yeah, which is interesting seeing what this one looks like compared to Pathfinder and
Yeah.
Savage Worlds.
I
yeah,
just
Savage.
wish that Starfinder had the ability to put in the custom animations for spells and stuff like Pathfinder does.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Oh yeah, you ought to see some of the videos from the Pathfinder game on our spells.
Yeah,
We got custom
actually
animation on.
electrocuting things.
Yeah,
The animations, they're having fun with that part.
I love
Yeah.
that.
yeah, we're digging more and more into Foundry as we go along. So
And with the fact that this being sci-fi, I can see that being a lot of fun because the laser guns could be
Oh yeah.
lasered and tasers being tasers and
you know, I can do it. It just requires a lot more script working. It's not as
yeah.
easy,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
but I'm working on it. So we're going to have some fancy stuff for the Starfinder and the Rifts games. So it just takes some work.
Student TM.
Yes. So we're going to have some fun. All right. So we're landed.
Yep. Okay, so your ship lifts off without you and your party is left on its accord. You're giving the coordinates of the building's once location, and you're going to start your journey in that direction.
Okay. I guess that's what we'll be doing.
Yeah. So,
Yep. Mac keeps his. So Mac wears. Let me pull his character sheet up because I done forgot the Golden Forge plating armor. So it's a rather generic, common, economic choice for many mercenaries. It's a heavy armor.
Oops. So I didn't want to do that.
Oh, good. And then on his right arm, he's got a riot shield, a basic riot shield. But to him, it's more of a buckler. And then his left hand, he's got the dragon glaive. So he pretty much keeps it out. Kind of half uses it for a walking stick as needed. But he stays prepared, especially on Akaton. He's heard plenty of rumors about this place. Is Zavocado riding on Zach's shoulder or
Not quite yet. At this point, he would be kind of walking alongside of him.
okay?
In true fashion, he would probably bend down and lick the dirt. Yeah, that's all right.
able to tell the iron content by that taste there?
But Zavocado's intelligence probably.
Probably.
Zavocado is probably the smartest one among us.
That's terrifying.
I know.
Please reconsider.
Well, it's not Irinia, even though she's a technician.
The difference between intelligence and wisdom.
Yeah, because she's instinctive instead of studied.
Oh, yeah, no, that checks out. I just checked my own intelligence. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
So we
And
had a general idea of where we're headed towards.
yeah, because you said we had general
Yeah,
coordinates.
northeast. Yes, you have general coordinates to the city, and then once you get closer to the city, you'll eventually have coordinates on where the building was located before it disappeared into the ravine.
And Veyron is pretty much following along just out of camera frame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's being a silent trooper at the moment, just kind of plugging along.
And that to answer your question earlier, that's pretty much how we handle those that can't make it, or that need to duck out for one reason or another. They hang out just out of camera frame.
Moral support.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way they still get their levels and everything.
Especially since Veyron's supposed to be our healer.
Oops.
Well, luckily I can also do that.
I'll see if I was good enough. That was also if I was good enough, I could play the healer because I made one of everything on the ship, but it's not that good yet.
Yeah, but also you got enough things to do that without a
Yeah.
DMPC, and
Yeah.
DMPCs are frowned upon. Okay, so I guess we're following the general coordinates, and
And I was actually looking at the survival skill.
Mhm.
Apparently, I can orienteering. Once you travel traveling through unfamiliar terrain, and each time I move closer to a natural hazard, such as quicksand or patches of poisonous atmosphere, I can use survival to keep from getting lost or to notice and avoid that hazard. So, I will actually be trying to do that so we don't get lost on our way to wherever we're going. I can hold again if you want, or you can take that roll
You
that I
can take
actually
that
did
one.
earlier.
That's fine.
Are we close enough for the law finder to give us an actual direction?
How much distance was that again?
It's 100 miles.
No. You're probably just out of range for that.
Well,
Frank, is there, since you're pretty quick on looking up rules, for assistance or aid or the help? Because Mac also has survival. Not as good as
I believe it's like a DC 10 or 15, aid another, to give him a +2.
Alright.
would the settlement be bureaucratic quality?
Well, I'll amend the statement. You can scan, but you're only going to be able to scan what is level to the terrain. You're not going to be able to scan what drops into the ravines. So if you get a deep canyon or something like that, you're not going to register. Because it's going to get some great interference. So yes, your finder would work as to what's on the surface.
Okay, so my survival check was to help Arena with their survival check, so pretty much giving them a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Which the base DC was only like 15 anyway, so.
I think with a 24, I kind of did it.
Yes.
Yeah, you could have did it on your own without you just helping me.
Me.
So we shouldn't get lost easily.
I wouldn't say so. And Hyde, did you want to activate your device and see what comes up?
If we're not more than 100 miles away and the settlement has at least 1,000 people, then it's not going to do any unless the settlement is bureaucratic quality, which that's entirely up to you.
Well, there are settlements around you, but you're not headed in the direction of a settlement per se. So you're more than welcome to see what's around you per se if you need to, say, head to a settlement.
That's a 4.
I probably could have loaded up information before getting off the ship on my data pad. Like, because Akaton's part of the Pact World, so the major land points and settlements and everything would be known.
So total is 6 with the +2 that didn't get added from the actual law finder because I forgot to add that in.
Okay, so you got a 6 out of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at this point, you're able to discern some static coming over in terms of some static over to the east. So you do know there's something in that general direction. But you also notice that your canyon walls seem to increase the further you travel onward. So that's going to interfere more with your ability to get in and out of the canyon, depending on what the terrain looks like, quite possibly. And it is you're able to discern that it's got an reasonable intense squabble at this time. So you would have to guess that it'd be a good sized colony.
And what exactly direction is it in? You said we're supposed to be going north-northwest.
You're north-northeast, and it is directly to the east.
Okay.
Okay. Is that any information that you relay, Genre?
Yes.
That's good to know. Do we want to continue on with the coordinates that we have now since we're fresh on supplies and everything, or do we want a slight detour to check this out?
Doesn't their place have shinies?
It's hard to say.
I'd say we keep in line with the mission. Go coordinates first, then consider the town afterwards.
Okay.
Yes, if we don't need to visit town, maybe we shouldn't.
We'll need to remember to download planetary maps before we leave ship for next time. As Matt kind of holds up his data pad. Would have been handy, wouldn't it? He puts it back away.
Okay, so you're making your way down this reasonable gradual slope. The canyon walls are starting to narrow as you go along here.
Yep, and Mac is keeping an eye out, perception check, for danger, especially on the ridges. He's being
Danger,
alert.
Will Robinson, danger.
Okay.
It's avocado. You want to have your drone up, keeping an eye out?
I was actually thinking about how to work that. Foundry was being a little bit weird for a minute. What would I have to roll for the drone to go up?
Well, the drone itself is just think of it like a real life drone.
Okay.
But it
Okay.
has its own AI, limited AI. So in combat, it can it can move or it can fire. It can't do both yet.
Okay.
Independent or on your turn. So you
Did everybody just go quiet? Quiet?
Dog started barking on their end.
Dogs bark because we had a delivery. Hold on.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I just wasn't not hearing anything again.
No, there's
You
nothing
know
else
how
I can
Discord
hear
does to me.
right?
Yeah, the Amazon delivery I was talking about earlier came up.
Hello.
Okay. But, okay, your drone. When it comes your turn, by the rules as written, yeah, speaking. But there also tends to be some house rules that come about this, depending on it alternates from GM to GM, so this depends on how Aisha wants to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
That if the drone has its own initiative or not, or goes on your turn. Unless Zavocado uses their own action, the drone can either move or fire, not both. If
Okay.
Zavocado uses an action, it can do both.
Oh, I see.
Things for like, since it's the type of drone it is, if Zavocado is using its camera through your custom rig, then Zavocado's perception would be rolled.
Okay. So if I
Because,
wanted to,
yeah, Zavocado is the one looking.
yeah. Okay. So when my turn rolls around, I can have him send that up and roll the perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, forgot I was. Yeah, if it came up on a helmet HUD or something like that, where you were able to see what it was seeing.
Yeah, I mean, it's however Zavocado's got it arranged. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be like an arm-mounted Omni tool from like Mass Effect, or it could be like
Mm-hmm.
a Dragon
That's how I
Ball
usually
Scout,
play
or
mine.
Okay.
I usually put
whatever
mine on a wrist
flavor
viewer.
you want it for your character.
I gotcha. Yeah, if that's the case.
Okay, now let's see if I even remember what you showed me.
Pip Boy.
Yeah, Pip-Boy. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pit Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all depends on how you want to flavor it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna not know what you just said. I know
For
it had combat roller. I know it has toggle.
Yeah, you can either go through each token, right click, and toggle combat state. You can click and drag, highlight multiple tokens, click on one, and toggle combat state.
That's usually what I do is just highlight every token, including your guys's, and put them all in at once.
Yeah, that's one of the easiest ways of doing it.
I think I got them all because I did my 3
And then in the combat tracker, whenever you're ready for it to start, there should be for rolling initiative for all.
Yeah, in the upper
there.
left corner, there should be 2 buttons, one to roll just for NPCs, one to roll for everybody.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, this is where if we're going to want to have the combat tracker popped out.
and
Yeah. There you go.
we didn't get the fun animation, did we?
I
Well,
don't think
combat's not
so.
started.
Okay.
Mac rolled crap, so no, I'm not happy with that.
Because you're going move these separately. Okay. Now, why can I not move these separately?
They being difficult.
Yeah, they're being difficult.
Probably because you have them all selected.
Yeah, click and drag off to the side to deselect. No, click and drag off to the side to deselect. Just anywhere, just click and drag. There you go. Now they're deselected. I select one at a time.
Okay. I was about to say, because I don't like the fact that I got them all. Okay, because as you make your way, you're going to notice this family of creatures appearing down towards this bend.
oh, they're so cute.
Zavakato eat.
Puppies?
Let me give me a chance to pull them up and I'll give you a good look at what they are. Now that I know how to do that. No, not that button. I wanted to get the full picture. Oh, that's not a good picture. Well, we'll go with this picture for now. Not the best picture.
It's a four-eyed antlered wolf.
Oh yeah, he definitely wants to eat those.
Would it taste like venison or?
I'm going to go with venison because that's what the picture looks more like. Cattle. Like a longhorn steer with multiple eyes and fur. Leopard fur. Trying to find a comfortable spot for my hand. I'm going to say a whole lot of no on that. Okay, so
Do we notice some sort of differences between the two in the front and the one in the back?
other than the fact that one doesn't want to keep a circle ring around it, they're all the same.
Okay. I was just curious because the tokens were different.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wouldn't upload the circle one.
Okay, but just
That
being
one.
difficult.
Yeah.
As long as all three fit in the square hole.
They are all the same size and shape. They're all yearlings.
Okay.
Goes in the square hole.
Okay. So on a combat tracker, there should be begin combat.
Okay, I see it.
There we go.
There's our animation.
Yep. There's the thingy. And if you want sound effects for it, you can click the little gear icon on the combat tracker, which is the cross swords on the right hand side.
Nope, I'm getting a user Frank lacks permission to create settings.
Yes, same here. Okay, I'll have to mess with that. Never mind.
Yeah, usually
Ignore what
there's
he just said.
usually there's a noise for that.
Disregard. Yeah, that has to be messed with in settings, and we'll have to get back with that.
Well, the camera should be able to do it. Right now, the camera's not set up as GM, is it?
Yeah, the camera can't do it either.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's actually trying to play as neutral as he can
Uh-huh.
from the game.
Why is the camera stuck with having the narrative up in the combat HUD? There we go. There was the combat HUD on there. Weird. All right, there we go. All right, so it's the yearling.
Okay, so it is. And
First combat of the game.
yeah, finally.
Who gets eaten first?
The kitty.
One,
Well, the yearling is you're gonna notice it be a little bit more daring than its companions, and it's gonna take a couple steps forward towards this interesting group so maybe it can scent the air. But it's gonna stay close to its companions. And it will, but other than that, that's all it's gonna do at this moment.
And
And
you just accidentally hit it in combat instead of in turn.
of course, because I haven't done that before.
Okay, so here's the better initiative rolls.
Yeah.
I did have good initiative rolls.
Oh, well, you do. We'll see. Let's try this again. See, this is why I said it'll be interesting with me at the helm.
Yeah, just
Okay, roll all. Well, Zach gets to do a move, and then I'll just repeat my move.
well, I was
How
going to
about-
go through and well, no, I can't do it because I'm not GM. But
I didn't say Mac. I said Zach.
no, I was going to modify the initiative
With
numbers
the
to.
initiatives.
Yeah, I was going to modify the initiatives to what they was rolled the first time. But I don't have those permissions.
Yeah, I don't have that talent, so.
Man, and the first thing I was gonna do was actually try to use survival to handle these creatures before we attack them.
Well, you ought to just be able to click the number and replace it. And need to start combat.
I gotta remember how to do that.
Okay. Uh. Okay, so what if he wanted to send the drone in just to see how they would react?
Well, drone can move by itself. I mean, drone and limited
Was there a
AI.
decision?
Yeah, go ahead, Frank.
Was there a decision made on if it was moved on your turn or its turn? Because I know it has its own initiative.
Yeah, how did we want to handle? How do you want to handle that?
It was gonna have its own initiative.
Okay.
Yep, I was gonna let him control the drone that way.
Okay, so the drone's got its own initiative then.
So that's the way I prefer to run mine.
Okay, so with that in mind, then the limited AI is different that it can move and attack at the same time.
Gives you a little bit more freedom with the drone that you don't have to account for your move and the drone move.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to think, do I want my character to move or do I want my drone to move?
Okay, so they are independent.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
independent.
Okay. Does that mean it has to cycle around to the drone's turn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I gotcha.
So right now it's avocados, which a thing that can be done is just holding your action if you just
Mhm.
want to wait.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't do anything just yet. Probably just wait and see what the others were planning on.
Okay, so in the combat tracker, the cross swords on the right, you can right click that to pop it out,
Okay.
which makes it easier to keep track.
Yeah.
And when it's your turn, at the bottom of that is going to say end turn. So when
Let
you're
me see
done
if I
with,
can find that.
yeah, so when you're done with all your actions, you can hit.
Not
It's gonna be
seeing
like
that
your
just yet.
Yeah, because right hand side, you got the chat bubbles for chat window, then you got your cross swords.
Oh, I was okay, I was clicking the other thing. Okay.
Yeah, because when you guys always said hit in combat, or hit next or whatever, that's why I
It
hit
showed up.
end, and that's when I goofed up and messed up everybody's initiative.
Yeah, because as the GM, you see in combat, in turn, you see them all the time.
Okay. So basically, I'll have this yearling do what I said he'd do. He'd take a step or two. Ah, I have to do that again, don't I?
Yeah. Well, it's the back yearling's turn right now. The,
Let's see.
the special,
The
The
special one,
square one.
yeah, just
that one.
yeah, they wanted to be square.
Yeah, he's the square one of the bunch. There's always one in every bunch.
Mhm.
So he is just gonna he's gonna try and make himself out to be more of a big mean thing than he might be at this point. He's gonna be strutting around. He's gonna be digging into the dirt. He's gonna be, you know, flaring his nares. He's gonna be snuffling. He's gonna be doing all the things he can to make himself look bigger and meaner than you would think this cow-looking thing should be. And how do I previous turn? Oh, okay, I see. There we go.
Okay. Now it's the first one that you moved before. Turn.
Yep. And this one's, like I said, he's just gonna be a little daring, step forward, start getting that snoot up in the air, trying to smell you guys over the distance, see if he can catch a whiff of what you're about, seeing if you're a danger or if you're something to eat.
And it may have said I didn't have permission to do settings, but I do have sound for the combat tracker now.
Okay.
Yes, I still don't have sound. Mine's still silent.
I believe my speed is 30 feet. Yes. She's gonna move up to there and look at these pretty animals, and she is going to attempt a survival check to handle them.
Was an 18 roll.
Okay. Well, the one in front's gonna look at you kind of quizzically. And I mean, he's out there a little bit away from you yet. What's your range on that?
That'd probably be however long far they can hear me from, because it
Okay.
works as diplomacy. So like, it'd be the DC would be like
Yeah.
15 plus half their CR. to improve their attitude by 1 degree. So if they were different before, they'd be friendly now. If they were unfriendly, they'd be indifferent.
Well, he's indifferent. He's kind of dogging his head back and forth, trying to figure you out why, you know, the female of the group would move forward.
Because
Kind of
kitties
confusing him a little
like
bit.
animals.
What does the kitty want to do with the animals?
Pet the animals.
Okay.
I mean, except for the one in the back that's kind of showing his rear end off. The one in front's
But
just inquisitive.
yeah, that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay. And the other one, he's kind of just gonna wander over here, look his nose in the dirt, kind of just wandering, looking for something to eat. He's being all sorts of derpy right now.
Me too, fella. Me too.
We found the Sinjin of the pack.
Yep, yep, he's the Sinjin of the pack. He's just, like I said, nose to the grindstone there, just, back and forth, back and forth. He's like trying to find something good, if anything, is left.
Okay. Is that the one that
The
might
one to the left,
okay.
over by the rocks.
Okay, there's some sound.
I guess in this case the drone would just kind of move forward a bit and just use the camera to, I guess, study them.
Yeah, because you should have a movement speed on your drone, and
Yeah,
that'll let you
that's
know.
30.
Okay, so that means you can move.
To the dark run of like molehills,
So right about there.
whereabouts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. And to get to that tool, on the left-hand side, you got your token controls, which is the profile picture, the
Yeah.
and then the top one is select tokens. The middle one is select targets. Then you got the measure distance, which is right above the cross swords for the combat HUD.
Oh, this thing.
Yep. Just don't forget to
Neat.
go back to the select token, otherwise it gets kind of awkward.
Oh, okay. Would the drone need to do a roll of any kind? It's mostly like just observing, seeing how they would react to it being there.
Most likely not.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
if
think these things would notice you too much unless you got down close to them,
that's true, yeah. Okay.
or if your rotors make a lot of noise. That might catch their attention, or moving
Yeah.
fast in their field of vision. I mean, they got 4 eyes, so they got good vision.
It probably does at least have a little subtle buzzing to it. Okay, well, if that is the case, I can go ahead and wrap up the drone's toying.
He looks even bigger on screen.
Yeah.
Yay. If he wasn't big enough.
Get some size to him. Okay, so Mac would be moving up to about there.
He took what, one step?
Pretty much. And he's kind of watching them. But he's going to flare out his wings and just kind of do an intimidate to see if they scare off. Kind of like do the whole display of aggression. Yeah, make himself look bigger than he is. Kind of go at his full height. Because honestly, it's wildlife. If he doesn't have to fight him, he doesn't really want to. It's not like we need the food or anything of that nature. So if he can scare them off, they don't seem to be overly aggressive, so not the best roll, but it's a roll. 17.
Well, 17 out of 20, I would say you got your point across.
Well,
Okay.
it's not really out of 20. It's just as a DC, usually like 15 plus something to do with their CR.
Yeah. 15 plus half whatever the CR is. I think there's
Their CR.
the CR is going to be in the upper right.
Oh. Okay. So
And rounding up if it's a point something.
so 15 plus half their CR.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ties tend to go to ties tend to go to defender.
Okay, so that would be the creature.
Yeah.
At this point. Okay. Well, it's hide. So
Apparently for Intimidate, it's 1.5 times this opponent's CR.
Oh. Well, hold on. Let me check a feature.
yeah, check your
Okay. Since the class, standard action, you can diplomacy or intimidate check DC of 10 plus your opponent's total sense motive skill bonus, or 15 plus 1.5 the opponent's CR, whichever's higher. If they don't have sense motive, then yeah.
okay, they do not have sense motive. They
And
perception, survival.
and I misread the survival as well. It was also plus 1.5 times their CR.
I mean, I didn't do too bad considering I rolled. What did I roll? Yeah, I rolled an 8 on the die. I got a 17.
Okay, so say that again. What you're saying slowly,
Who, me or
Preston.
Okay, so if they don't have a sense motive skill, then it's DC 15 plus 1.5 times their CR.
Slowly, I said. DC
That-
15.
That is slowly. Times 1.5 of their CR. Plus, yeah, plus 1.5 of their.
So it's a CR2 plus 3.
Where's the 3 coming from?
1/2.
Because that's 1.5 times their CR. I don't know what CR they are. I'm just using that as an example.
This one's a 3.
Okay, first CR3.
The first one. The one that was kind of sniffing the air at you guys.
Okay, so 4.5, rounding up, 5. So DC 20.
Okay, so I was right in saying that he was.
So, I mean, it was a low roll on the dice, so that wasn't too bad.
Okay.
It also means my survival attempt didn't work either. Because that would have been the same DC. I misread it.
Leave the box alone. It just came in the house. You don't
But
you don't get to say it's yours yet.
Mac was pretty much trying to either scare them off or draw their attention to him. I'm not surprised.
It's about to be the cat's box before it's your box.
Aren't
As
all
I- as
boxes
I-
the catch box?
Well, the end is open, and I see the front paws of the cat in the box already.
It shouldn't be open.
The end?
I never opened it.
The cat did for you.
Bastard. All I got to say, bastard.
Well, Fuzzy Tuffy is laying on it, and it's already going this way. So yeah, it's open on that end.
Luckily, the stuff inside of it are in boxes, so.
Yeah, that's good. I was waiting for him to climb in it, though. Knowing the way Fuzzy Tuffy is about boxes. Okay. So,
Okay. So, end of my turn.
on to Johnner. Our non-combatant. See what he does.
Is that an initiative of 1?
Yeah.
It looks it.
Yeah, it was initiative 1.
How did that happen? Do you fail an initiative?
A nat 1 with no modifiers to it at all?
I mean, thankfully, you can't fail initiative. You just get a 1.
Yeah. Which is fine. I guess I'm just gonna hold my action and prepare one of the compliance rays.
Okay. The Skittermender, does he eats or does he pets? Or plays with?
Move the combat tracker so people can see the things pop up.
I think Zavocado's got the same range of. Wait, actually, no, he doesn't have the same range of movement because I've got a feat. I should have read that earlier. Let me read that real quick. Okay, so he's got jet dash. Oh wait, that's only when running though, so maybe that doesn't count right now.
Yeah, that's like a special movement thing.
Okay. If that's the case, he's got the same range of movement as his drone, which would probably...
Did the hamster bring the wheel to run in? The exercise ball.
Oh my gosh, the exercise ball. So I guess he would be able to go up that way. Yeah, he's gonna move up this way because he's curious.
Get him under force field.
Oh, right. I didn't do the token thing. There we go.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Make sure you select go back to the select token before, because that happens.
Unless you just want to use the arrow keys to move your token after you cover the distance.
So Zavocado is gonna kind of make his way up there. He's not really gonna do anything threatening. He's gonna pull out his bottle of whiskey and pour some into a cup and just set it on the ground.
Okay.
He's gonna try and get the creatures drunk.
Exactly.
It's not the sour Skittle vodka.
Oh, it absolutely is. And that's about all he's gonna do. Button, where's the button?
So I get a
Oh,
little
that's
bit
interesting.
Yeah, Zavocado is very much a intelligence does not equal common sense kind of character.
Book smart versus street smart.
Exactly.
more. Okay. Well, the one that was strutting his stuff, he's going to come up between his compadres here. Kind of making his way up, kind of like meandering between them. You know, once again, he's strutting, he's showing himself off. He's writing out checks right now. He's kicking up his heels, he's digging deep into that rusty colored dirt. Um, and he's going to get to about right here, and you can hear him huffing and puffing, and he's just going to plant his heels in.
Maybe I thought the wrong one was Sinjin. Maybe that one's Sinjin.
Maybe they're all Sinjin.
Different aspects of Sinjin, maybe.
Yeah.
The whole planet is just Sinjin.
Oh God, that would be awful.
A planet of derps. I'd pity you guys.
Derpus orbitus.
There's already a Planet of the Apes. Why not a Planet of the Derps?
That would be so awful.
Okay. In case some of you guys don't know, the dog that we said, we comment that he's dumb as a box of rocks with no rocks. That's the derp. Is the one we're making fun of right now.
He's the one constantly where his mouth is writing checks his ass can't cash.
Who gets into fights and gets his ass handed to him. That's the derp.
One, we're trying to find a new home for him. It needs to be a single pet home.
Yes. The only thing he seems to get along with is the females. Because the boys he seems to want to challenge. And the cats he wants to chase.
Definitely has that kind of dominant energy.
Yeah, and he's got no balls, so it's not
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
He's been fixed for a while.
Yeah, he's just stupid.
Yeah, he just
Stupid is as stupid does.
He's just derp.
Derp. Mm-hmm. And his geniality will tell you. Stupid.
Yeah, his father was a pit bull. His mother was a Chiweenie.
Oh,
Yeah.
But one generation down the rung, they made beautiful puppies.
Yeah, he's the father of eyebrows.
Mm-hmm. The whole litter was a beautiful batch. All very smart.
All right.
He forgot to show up that day for smarts. SMRTS. Or
All right.
Z. Okay, so it is still.
Yep, it's
Yep.
this one's.
It's the one that was quizzical.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one.
Yeah. So Maxwell display really didn't do much.
Yeah. This one's gonna make its way over and walk up to Zach and give it one very stern looking over, but then you hear this very heavy explosion of air as it lets all the air out of its lungs.
Well, just before it does that, is it within 15 feet of Zach?
It'd be B5.
I was
B10.
maybe 20 feet. Oh, back, you mean?
Yeah, Mac, yeah.
Mac? Yeah, 20 feet.
Well, because normal reach weapons is where his avocado's at. But Mac's got an extra 5 feet on his reach.
Yeah, I think that I went for that double angle,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out because
Yeah.
it's
Because it's showing 20.
yeah, it's
because it being two diagonal movements.
yeah, it's being that'd be a GM call. Guys, if he comes up to his avocado and it's showing any sort of aggressive, Zach, yeah, Mac's going to intercept it with a reaction. That's if he's within range.
Doesn't look like he actually attacked though. Or did he not mean to intern?
No, I went ahead and interned. It depends on if you think it's an attack or not. He basically just came up and he's looking down at it and just
Okay.
type of like a snort, but it was a heavy exhale.
Okay, then no. If it didn't look like it was lunging or something like that, then
No.
no. Yeah, then no.
No, where it had been breathing in and breathing in, it just suddenly just exhales.
Okay.
Basically seeing if I can knock the Skittermander over with the exhale.
The 3-foot terror.
Arminia is going to approach closer cautiously and try to once again handle them with a little bit better of a roll.
See what you got.
22.
22.
Which
So
that is above the DC, so it
yeah,
depends
that's
on
yeah. Yep.
the rest
That
is
one.
in your field.
Okay, so that is a 22. So you did breach the creature's control. So go ahead and play that one out.
All right. Well, the avocado already laid out some whiskey. Irenia will just reach down, pick up the cup, and try to have the creature drink it from her hand as she tries to calmly play with the kitty or whatever the thing that is supposed to be.
And that you guys had poured liquor for it, right?
Yeah, that's what Avocado does last turn.
That's what I thought.
Alcohol solves everything.
Is
I'm gonna have
avocado
to
male,
look.
female, or ambiguous? Ambiguous, yeah.
It's a he.
Okay. Because it could be a night, Irenia. Irenia?
Yeah, because some of the Skittermanders are
Okay.
neither nor.
Huh. Did not know that.
I'm gonna have to make that a main drink at the Moonrunners now. It's literally just our skills and vodka.
It sounds terrible.
The how would you the Airbuck would keep an eye on the cat lady, go down to sniff at this liquid, knowing how rare liquid is on this world,
And
but would
oh,
but
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
They would probably just damn near sneeze as soon as it got a good whiff and then back away.
Yeah. As soon as it got a good snort of this foul smelling
Strong
irritant,
whiskey.
strong liquor, yeah, would just let out a strong sneeze and shake its head, giving you guys a look of oh, WTF and back away slightly. Like you guys just gave it poison or something.
I mean,
Not
not
far
wrong.
off. Leave her alone.
Well, when it backs off, Irenia will show it's not poisonous by taking it, drinking it herself.
Still doesn't mean that cub thing that wants to drink it.
Oh, I know. And
Okay.
So at this point, the drone would probably just continue doing what it has been doing and just observing. No real sudden or changing movements.
chronicling our adventures. So you can watch this back later and laugh at our antics.
Pretty much, yeah. Just kind of chilling and recording. Oh.
Yeah, check out the thing I linked. I tagged you in Discord.
So is it Avocado that's uploaded to YouTube for us?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we are
Huh?
on the one in the back.
Oh, it's a
And
Fantasia.
yeah, this one is still just, playing along the rocks. It's big handle searching for food. Not even paying attention to what's going on over here. Just milling about, looking for any type of greenery or semi-greenery that might still exist over here.
Oh. Oh, I see. I got confused by the prior turn.
Yeah, now it's the
Yeah,
mosquito's turn.
I'll tell you right before your turn, and then at your turn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's just gonna be chilling up there recording, basically.
Okay, so we can either slaughter these things, or we can try to make friends with them.
I gotta not slaughter them. They're cute.
I don't care either way, to be honest.
We eats them or we don't eat them.
Yeah, Max, like, they're wildlife. I'd rather not slaughter them if I don't have to. I mean, they're not really being aggressive.
You got the derpy being derpy, you got the one being curious, and you got the one being a typical teenager.
Well, Mac is going to use his action to. Thankfully, one of the features with the Starfinder backpack is it finds the item for you. This is a hybrid item. So he's going to pull out an R2E or one of the meals ready to eat, rip it open, and toss it towards the derpy sniffing for food. And for his move action, he's going to use his fly and just kind of land right in front of the teenager and just kind of land. He's just going to thud in front of him. And just kind of judge reactions from there. And it is now Johnner's turn.
Let's see. I assume there's some sort of dash action in this.
Yeah.
So that's 60 feet to get pretty much right behind y'all.
And I think we looked up dash earlier, didn't we?
Yeah, I assume it's just going to be a double move action, but you can't take any other kind of action.
Yeah.
Or all I want to do is just move behind y'all, stay close to the group.
Yeah, pretty much.
And yeah, that's 50, 60 something feet.
I mean, as long as it falls in your double your movement, because like the creatures have 40 feet.
Yeah.
So double their, they could run up on you in 80 feet.
Yeah. I think
whatever your.
there's. Hold on.
And then there's a jet dash.
Yeah, Jet Dash actually has it in its description.
Mm-hmm. That's a feat.
Normal. You move 4 times your land speed and gain flat-footed condition while running. So you can move up to 4 times your land speed.
That's cool. I just noticed it actually tells me I just moved 12 spaces.
Yeah, the combat HUD actually, I noticed the movement on it.
It's set up exactly like Solasta is. That's kind of scary. Intern there.
All right, it's avocado.
Let's see.
Our first combat encounter, we're not being murder hobos. It's almost like
I know.
that's like our
Oberon.
yes.
Avocado's gonna go back here and let you do the talking.
Well, I mean, if this was a standard character for me, of course, we'd be killing these things, but
Yeah.
It's also helping me get used to controlling creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one. Okay.
Yeah. So that one just had a
This
large ass
big
dragon can just
dragon. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna take this leap backwards, and um, it's gonna stop deciding to show its butt, and it's gonna go over here with its pal that found food and start sniffling around and see if there's how much food there is. Because I think that big falling whatever it is that nearly flattened it.
the big mass of scales and flesh and
Yep.
horns and teeth and
Kind of made sense to it. Said, oops, pick on something my own size.
Mac pretty much looking like an apex predator at this point.
Yeah.
well, Irenia, if you think you can do your thing with them, I've got more R2Es.
Amy. Let's see what this little guy does.
God, your dog is
Fair
sawing
warning, if you
logs.
guys hear it, anything that sounds like things scraping across the floor is the eyebrows snoring.
Yes. He is deep in dreamland.
Because I see my microphone light up every so often as it's coming close to the noise gate I got put on it for the filter.
That's why I was beginning to wonder how much of that is.
Because I know you guys
Transmitting.
on Discord can hear it because it doesn't have the same filters as Twitch. But anybody out there in Twitch land or watching this recording afterwards, if you hear funny noises, it's one of the puppies snoring. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah, your OBS noise gate. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is in full dreamland. And he is by far the loudest snorer.
Especially when he's on the bed in your ear snoring.
You can hear it in 4K.
Oh.
Yeah, and considering I mean I can hear him with my headset over my head on the other side of the living room. And he's still sounding rather loud to me right now. So I can imagine he's not even at his feet. How loud it would be if I had chosen to sit up at my desk today.
Yeah, be coming over both our microphones. You'd be hearing it in stereo.
That might be enough to put me to sleep.
Okay. The other yearling's turn. The one that's trying
Okay.
to get fed vodka.
So was this whiskey or vodka? Because he said he poured a cup of whiskey.
It was whatever that
I
was
guess
made
that
for
was a
him.
Skittles vodka.
The vodka and Skittles. The rot gut, put it that way. Okay, so this yearling is going to get a sense of being crowded around. This, for one thing, this great creature just like landed practically on top of him and his buddy, dented into the dirt, and still smells this odorous liquid, even though he backed a step. So he smelled something better go flying over his head. So he's going to go investigate over here. And that is the derp. If you ever wondered what a derp sounds like, there's what a derp sounds. And with him wandering over, I'm going to give the group a final say. Is there any reason that I should not end combat? Since you guys aren't really interested in doing anything in terms of eating them or whatever.
Nah, I'm not going to bother him. The only thing I was going to try to do is actually get a DNA sample, but meh. But yeah, they all got the same feeling that Irenia did when Mac came flying in. I'm being crowded,
Yeah, because
but
Okay.
she actually managed to hold herself together and make her will save.
okay, that's what that was about. All right.
Okay. So you're now out of combat. These creatures are content with the ready to eats.
Yeah, Mac rips open another one and tosses it over.
Oh, then they're definitely happy.
And looks at Irenia. Irenia, how do
Yes.
you want to try doing your little creature whispering thing to him again without the rot gut?
Um, I just wanted to play with one for a bit. But there's no need to kill him, or we can leave him be for now. Unless you guys want to have them follow us, which I don't see is useful at the moment.
As long as they're not being aggressive towards you guys, I have no interest in them. So it's whatever you decide on.
I say we just leave them be. Unless we want to try to train them to be watchdogs and stuff for us.
I don't have the skills for that, but if you think you do, it could come in handy.
Want to try to give me a hand?
Give it a shot. All right, so I guess I'm going to roll survival for help, aid.
Yeah, that'd be a DC 10 to give me a +2.
Let's see how this goes. That's a +2. Oh,
Well, you helped me. I'm honestly, I should have been helping you.
yeah.
No.
Can we say I was helping him?
If the camera would have been just a little bit angled the other way, you guys would have got a whole bunch of Wilson ass. As he's playing parrot.
Doofus.
Yeah. Still,
Like that.
yeah, like that.
Yeah, he's literally sitting on the arm of the
Let's see,
couch.
what could I use resolve points for?
He sprung up off the floor. I was about ready to tell him don't, but he was already springing in mid motion. Pretty much did a Mac.
I'm waiting for him to look over and actually be full face on camera.
Wilson.
Yeah, right now you're ignoring me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well,
He knows
Fine,
he's not
alright.
supposed to be up there.
Do you remember what resolve points can be used for?
Wilson. Wilson. There you go.
You look.
Okay, now you're on camera. Yeah.
Because I do not.
My handsome puppy with red eyes. All you've been doing is sleeping.
Resolve points. Spending and regaining resolve points can be spent in a number of
Oh, just the
ways.
health.
Yeah, general reuse for resolve points. Besides expending resolve points to activate class features, useful for a few key general purposes. Regain stamina, stabilize after grievous wound to rally or stand fights. Yeah, that's a shame. Can't use them to like reroll or anything. They're not like inspiration. Okay, so I guess we're just going to be leaving them be.
Yeah, plus I don't know how much a guard dog or watchdog they would have been.
Depends on training and how we feed them and take care of them and stuff.
True.
And stuff.
Stuff.
Always.
Of course,
and
being a yearling, you know.
And hey, I'm a geneticist. Who knows what I could have turned him into?
yeah.
Might run into more either on the way in or on the way out. Who knows?
Okay, so well, I guess we'll leave these pups alone and we'll just continue on.
I agree.
Okay, so you're going to travel along the cavern floor,
Mm-hmm.
along the pretty much it could be a dried up riverbed or it could be just where wind has carved out its pathway through some drier, rockier soil. And you pull that back down. See what I have. Look at my scenes real quick.
And it is going on 5:30 for you
Yeah.
guys. How much longer do you guys want to go? I'm still good. I was just curious.
That is up to Hyde and Alian. What's your times? And
Yeah.
It's
Might-
about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say might be time to call it soon. Because
Yeah.
I do have stuff to do today.
Okay. Well,
No, I'm not going anywhere today. Screw that.
yeah, I don't blame him if that's snow and stuff.
I can see why the weather you're getting.
Well, we've had a 4-hour
Um,
session.
Yeah. Let me just switch scenes. Or no, I guess we can just end it on this scene. Save the next scene for the next startup.
Okay.
Because that way we won't be getting into any further combat or anything going on. But did we want to consider this to be 1 day's travel down this first map? Oh,
Um,
thank you, you lard butt.
I mean, we'd be traveling,
Or
so I mean that would be 1 day.
It depends on how often you want us to have a chance of encountering stuff.
Yeah.
Some places, it depends on how heavily populated the area is. One day, an encounter in a day's travel isn't unheard of. Sometimes it can be possible to have
lay down.
an encounter every hour, depending on how densely populated and traveled the area is.
Yeah, and depends on what kind of mood that you're in too. So, I mean, the typical standard is like an encounter a day, with variations depending.
Because I know you guys are probably going to have to make camp. Once, maybe twice before you can even begin to get a clue at where you're thereabouts.
Okay.
So, I mean, the fact that you just landed, yes, you'd be fresh. Yes, you just encountered, some wildlife. You could carry on and technically call it camp for the night
I mean,
without necessarily running into any other creatures.
we'd be traveling for realistically for whatever a day's worth would be.
We could go ahead and role play it in that avenue and just say that didn't run across anything else too interesting. Smaller wildlife that didn't give you any.
Yeah. In the meantime, during traveling, just because the way the world is, we'd be keeping an eye out, or at least Mac would be, for um, food of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd be looking for food. Arenio would be looking for any samples or anything of
And
interest.
like any plants or anything else I could use to make serums.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you want survival checks for those? Or what other kind of check would you want? Perception, life science.
Let's see. Yeah, do your life science, whatever um, life science is appropriate for her.
That was a crappy roll on the dice.
On
I
y'all.
know.
You rolled a 3. Good thing for all the bonuses.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 1 on my survival check.
I see that now. Dang. Okay, so rolling survival for food of opportunity. 15. I guess he wouldn't be coming open. He wouldn't be empty-handed, but wouldn't be anything
You
gourmet.
can live off the land.
Yeah.
Well, in a normal setting.
Planet like this, he'd still be able to scrounge up something with a 15. just barely, but just making the DC.
Get some yummy grubs.
It wouldn't be gourmet, but it'd be food.
Yeah, it'd be enough to get by. Irina, do you want to give me another roll? We went with plants of interest. How about any creatures of small interest? Small creatures of interest.
I see one
We'll
of the
see.
life science one of that one.
Pardon me?
Another life science for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that one was much better.
Holy shit.
Okay. So we'll say you came across a couple specimens. And I'll give you a bonus of 3 different species. And I'll come up with those for the next game. How about that?
Okay.
Well, given the planet, I can see why you had issues finding plants.
Right.
Creatures, okay.
Like scorpions and spiders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it is a dying world, so
It's probably some kind of roach.
The type that's scary is not the type you smoke.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that, but okay.
Yeah, because that would have been part of the first roll. I couldn't help with a bad joke.
okay. Anything anybody else? Because I don't know everybody's backgrounds and everything, or skills. Is there anything that they'd be looking for, checking for, even trying to do?
Mm, Zavocado would probably just be keeping watch overnight. Because he's got low light vision.
Yeah, plus the drone. I mean,
Yes, the drone.
because you'd be able to put the drone in like sentry mode.
And just have it track any kind of movement in its field of vision.
Yeah.
And does anybody have a tent other than Irenia?
Max got a couple of them. So yes. Max
I did not bring a tent.
Max prepared.
Oh, it sounds like Mac has a spare tent you guys can use.
Yep.
I like to think Zavocado just crawls into his own backpack.
That might actually work.
Max actually got us.
If you don't have the Starfinder backpack.
Well, okay. Just checking first before I continue on with this stroke. Alian, are we going on with what we talked about when we first made the characters about Mac and Zavocado knowing each other and working together before? Are we keeping
Yeah,
with
we
that?
go with that.
Okay. Then most likely there is an addition to Mac's backpack for Zavocado. Obviously not on the inside, but on the outside he would have crafted something or had something crafted for it.
I'm just picturing like one of those things that one of those cat backpacks where it's got like the little bubble on the
Yeah.
outside.
Basically.
So we have a Skittermander bubble.
Yeah. That, Zavocado just kind of goes in and out as he pleases.
Little mini habitat.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't use it as a litter box.
Yeah. Because you got to
Yes,
think, Max, a backpack for Max size is going to be pretty big. So
a bit.
Well, it doesn't change anything for the gameplay mechanics. On the outside of it, he's made something for his avocado.
Aren't the dragons the one who took over the Skittermander planet?
No, the
The
Vesk
best.
did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Vesk took over.
You're familiar with Star Trek?
Um, primarily Enterprise.
Familiar with enough for about the Gorn?
Yes.
Think about them and the Vesk are
Oh,
pretty much one for one.
okay.
At least for appearance wise.
I gotcha.
They're giant lizard people. About the same temperament too.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
But yes.
The
Mac?
rest also took over the Pancho people.
Yeah. But yes, Mac has standard tent and also the mobile flotilla tent that's powered.
Yeah, I got one of those, and while I could have had someone sleep in there with me, she would prefer to have the tent to herself. She hasn't really known any of you that well yet.
So that's understandable.
Oh, that and ladies and gents.
Yeah. So yeah, Mac would offer the powered tent to Genre.
I'd appreciate it because I completely forgot to buy one.
And he'd use the standard tent for himself and Zavocado.
Okay, so somewhere along the canyon wall, you'd make your camp, you'd set up your tents, you'd arrange some kind of a campfire for the night,
Mm-hmm.
and devise a watch schedule for the night.
Yeah,
And
do
that's
another
where,
survival check to find a
hmm
good place to set up. Which, okay, I like that.
okay, yeah, we can go with that.
Well, with the drone, Zavocado could probably just set that up for sentry mode.
That
hmm
is true.
Well, I figured you'd also want to be during some of the night just for something to do until you have to turn in.
Yeah.
But that gives you guys kind of an ending spot for tonight. Um, any questions from the team at this point as we end roleplay?
Nothing I can think of on my end.
No,
No. Thank you very much.
yeah, thank you for running the game. You did very well
Thank you.
for
I
a first time.
Yeah.
didn't feel like it.
Well, it'll get easier. I mean, glad we was able to get the session going after so many.
Uh,
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah, after 2 failed attempts, I think, of trying to get everybody here. We still don't have everybody here, but at least we had enough to pull it off. Because quite
Just
frankly, I don't know how much longer I would have been able to continue because my hands are really starting to hurt. I
well,
would have,
thank you everybody out there in Twitch and Video Land.
yes, thank you
Yep.
everybody who's dropped in or who has been watching from the balcony seats.
Yep.
We have definitely enjoyed your presence whether
Yep.
you made it known or not.
I should have this one uploaded sometime this week. I should not have to edit out too much of this. So
Yeah, because we went pretty much straight on, except for one break and one round of dog calling.
yep. So appreciate everybody. Thank y'all very much. Be sure to also be following because everybody here are streamers, so and content creators. Granted, my
Yeah,
schedule is like non-existent. I stream when I can. With the new year, I should be more active. That is one of my goals.
and I just got a new setup with a new screen, so I should actually be hopefully streaming some more soon.
Yeah, and I have no idea what my schedule is going to be like at this point because of next Monday. So we'll see. We'll see.
I am going to do some shout outs for everybody.
Yippee!
Do that real quick.
And next stream should be next Sunday when we run Pathfinder.
That is correct.
Yeah, I want to see those animations you're talking about because the last few I've had to leave a lurk, but I want to see.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
all
like
yeah. Go ahead.
like I said, it's getting very interesting what all they're finding and adding and changing pretty much on a regular basis. So it's evolving almost at least on a monthly basis, if not every couple weeks.
Yeah, like last time I added in patrolling tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting to see.
Yeah, the Twitch chat's got the YouTube channel in it. I'll also send it to you, Ian.
Oh, danko.
But yeah,
Yeah, I
all
was
the games get uploaded. But that's where we're going to call it. Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. Have fun.
Have fun.
everybody take care.
Bye bye.